Test 2 now.
Oh, well done, mate.
I know. Nice early start for it.
Nice quiet on the road.
I know. I've got to get to St Helens, so it'll be about 7:30 by the time I do it. So, alright Kev, I'll see you later. It's twice I've done that. When I came out to do my mod 1, he was also out walking the dog. Hello Kev. Oh, these roads are looking really slippery this morning. Hopefully a bit of sunlight on them might warm them up a bit. Don't particularly want to be sliding around on my test. Good morning dudes, it's JOHNSY here. And in case you didn't figure it out, today is Mod 2 test day. Finally. I was thinking about this last night. I got my first scooter, because it wasn't a motorbike, when I was 16 years old. 1998, I did my first CBT. It was, I think, July 1998. And here we are now, 1st of April 2022. I'm finally going to do my Mod 2 test and get this out the way and become a qualified rider. I wonder if this is like the longest time anyone's ever taken to go from actually riding on the roads to being fully road legal, fully qualified. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, I did do my Mod 2 once before, but it wasn't that successful, let's be honest. Didn't go my way on the day, and I ended up moving away out the country, so that was the end of that one. Everything ran out and I had to restart the process again, and I just haven't been bothered because I've just been doing the CBT and just staying on the CBT, which you can do. I have to go and renew it every 2 years, which I've been doing, but I've just got to the point where I'm like, I may as well just do the test. I'm paying for a CBT every 2 years and the price is going up each time. It's going to just be more beneficial to just finally get the piece of paper and be qualified. So that's what I decided. So here we are. I've been doing my lessons, and I've got to say, I was a bit hesitant about really needing lessons before I did it. I was kind of like, before, you know, I know what I'm doing, but I am really glad I did them, just for the getting rid of the bad habits more than anything, and just getting better positional awareness and such. I think you just, once you've been on the roads for a while, you become a bit complacent. You just sort of, you get used to where you are, you get used to the roads you ride, so you switch off a little bit. So I think it's good every now and again, like a shock to the system, to have to be focused on road signs and looking at where you're actually going and what you're doing properly. You know, you've got to be very alert, make sure you're not missing a turn off. So yeah, it's been good. Now everyone's saying as soon as you pass your test you're going to get a bigger bike. That's the question on everyone's lips, and the answer to that is probably not. Certainly not in the short term. maybe longer term, I don't know, I might get a second bike, but I'd have to really think about it and would I need it, because Bicycle does everything I need. I commute around the city. What do you really need a 800cc or whatever bike to do what I'm doing here? You know, I don't know whether it's actually worthwhile. So it's something I'll think about. I wouldn't really particularly like to get rid of this bike, because obviously I've got some fond memories, and it's probably been the best investment I've ever made getting this. It really has. So I know there's some like new riders who come across my channel from time to time, and I can only speak from my own experience, but this Yamaha YBR 125 has been absolutely incredible. I've said this before, I always speak well with regards to Bicycle here. It's obviously not the most well constructed bike on the planet. Oh shite, I've lost my battery. Oh no, that's a schoolboy error. My batteries fell off my glove. Well, that's the end of that. Yeah, so what was I saying there? Not the most well constructed bike in the world, but it just keeps going and going, and cheap to maintain, really straightforward and nice enough to ride. The only thing I'd say, you could do with a better light. As you can see here, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, the lights are on. Yeah, you can't even see much of a reflection on anything. That's the one thing, that the LEDs now are so much better, but yeah, the lights are terrible, and that's something I'd love to improve on this, would be to just have better illumination when it comes to riding around in the night time. I can't believe I've just lost my battery. That's fucking soul destroying. Oh, watch out, bird. I thought my glove was going a bit cold. Hopefully it'll warm up enough by the time I get to the test centre for my fingers will be alright. Well, this could be very interesting, gang. It's just not what I needed today. So I'm not sure whether I'll put this video out before or after the result, so you may already know if I've passed the test or not. This is just my thoughts on the way to the test centre, really. Well, on the way to where I'm doing my lessons. Am I nervous about the test? I think it's a good question to ask right in the beforehand. I've got apprehension. I know what to expect on the test. I roughly know the roads I'm going to be travelling on, but at the same point, you just don't know what's going to come around the corner, what's going to happen. I think riding in general, I've got the gist of it. Like I say, after 20 odd years, I know what I'm doing when it comes to riding a bike. It's just whether something will catch me out, whether I'll jump a traffic light, or whether I'll make a mistake, I'll be in the wrong lane, I'll go the wrong direction. You know, things that wouldn't really matter too much, but on a test serve obviously going to be fairly important. So yeah, I've got an apprehension about that. I am a bit nervous about making sure I'm following the directions properly and just not doing something stupid. End of the day, it is a test, and you know, you are under some pressure, but that being said, I ride all the time, as you all know, so I'm not nervous about, you know, changing gear on the bike or cancelling the indicators, things like that. They're just second nature to me anyway. In fact, one of the things, I don't think I actually mentioned this, but on the Mod 1, one of the things I was struggling with to get right was when you come round like this and then do the controlled stop, the emergency stop. And what I was struggling with was you're meant to do it in second gear, and I was instinctively jumping into third gear, which then you're in the wrong gear for sort of using the engine to slow the bike down, and you haven't got enough time really to do the engine stop. It's just, you can do it, but it just makes life harder for yourself. So yeah, that was a bit annoying, trying to break the habit of just instinctively changing the gears up. Eventually I just had to, sort of like if you've ever ridden an automatic at all, like vehicle, car, this is what I'm talking about. If you've ever ridden an automatic and you have to tuck your left leg behind your right so that you don't accidentally go to change gear and press the brake in, which is easily done. It was kind of the same thing. I had to just like turn my leg away from the gear pedal because I was just instinctively clutching and doing it all the time. So yeah, like I say, the actual riding side, I'm not too worried. It's going to be road signs and silly mistakes that's going to catch me out on this. Oh god, I just can't wait for it to be over, I'll tell you that much. Right. So dudes, I'm not far away now. I'm probably just going to continue the ride unless I can think of anything better to say. And like I say, the next video will be me talking about a breakdown of what went on and how I got on. So I shall see you all soon.